Technology and English curriculum for prep year. The activity consists of 4 lessons. During these, we want the young students to understand simple coding and the technology needed. The first lesson of the activity, we want to focus on understanding the technology, explain how we can do simple coding, and most importantly, let the students explore themselves. In this first lesson, we are starting to motivate them to understand the technology and build a pre-understanding of how software and hardware works. By letting the students play with the B-bots, after we have given them simple instructions, they will get to explore, play, and learn about the technology behind coding, which includes the software and hardware. This new knowledge will later on be used by the students to solve the task at hand.
Within the second lesson of this technology unit plan, the students primarily begin with the lesson with a reflection on the B-bots and discuss what they explored and discovered regarding the hardware and software. Hardware being the physical and tangible technological device of the B-bot, and the software being the computational instructions and coding put into the device to make it move. This is done to ensure all students are aware and understand the knowledge and difference between the two. In order to move onto diving deeper into creating codes and algorithms to assist the B-bot move in a particular way. Developing on that knowledge, the students dove deeper within this lesson by deconstructing the software and breaking down how to create the input into the software. As stated on the school run, software can be incredibly difficult to teach to children as it's an abstract concept and can be very difficult for a young child to understand as there is no concrete way to look at it. Collectively as a group, we have effectively and creatively overcome this challenge through the introduction of the direction cards. These cards activate the computational thinking for students to begin coding and create algorithms to make the B-bot move in a particular way. Students first begin by being allowed to play and use the direction cards to visualize how the B-bot will move and how to put the directions into the B-bot. This is then followed by giving them the task of making the B-bot move the length of the ruler.
Computational thinking describes the processes and approach we draw on when thinking about how computers can help us solve complex problems and create systems. We often draw on logical reasoning, algorithms, decomposition, abstraction, and patternings and generalization when thinking computationally. Lesson 3, students are required to use computational thinking skills to design a sequence of codes that are clear and concise so that another pair can successfully program their B-bots. This lesson gives children the opportunity to practice 4 key areas of computational thinking. They include decomposition, pattern matching, abstraction, and algorithms. By the end of Lesson 3, students will be able to use decomposition skills to understand the designed algorithms and successfully code the B-bots to move 7 to 9 steps.
In Lesson 4, students will be using the skills learnt in previous lessons about B-bots and programming B-bots and incorporating these skills in their English rotations. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to match the first letter of the CVC word with the ending of the word. So in saying that, the students will be given 2 sets of flashcards, one with the first letter of the CVC word missing and the other with a representation of upper and lowercase letters. The cards will be set up in a clear grid. The students are required to program the B-bot to stop on a letter and proceed to match the letter with the rest of the word. So for example, program the B-bot to go to H and follow onto a CVC card that has the ending letters of AT to make the word hat. This activity may take multiple attempts, especially for those struggling students, so having a teacher out assisting those students to help keep them engaged and learning successfully. Also, a teacher questioning the students about their decisions of where to program the B-bot using open-ended questions to encourage higher order thinking for those competent students and give the teacher a clear indication of student understanding. So this will be used to differentiate between the at expected level students and above expected level students.